Guys, happy Victory Monday. If you don't know, your girl's from Philly. I no longer live in Philly. I now live just north of Nashville in Tennessee. I moved out this way in 2012. Goodness, I've been here a minute. When I was 29 years old, but I'm a Philly girl. And you could take the girl out of Philly, but you'll never take the Philly out of the girl. So go Birds. It's Victory Monday. And my heart is heavy today. I can feel a heaviness in the collective, and we're going to talk about it today. But hi, I'm Kate. I'm the angel medium. I channel Archangel Michael and all the angels of the highest Christ of light, especially yours and mine. Of course. Here we go. I swear, the angels love to mess with me. Like, I really truly believe they've got a really great sense of humor because I put all of my technology, I put it on silent. I do. I really, really do. But it's like, we're going to just mess with you because they know I have like ADHD, like certainly like squirrel, spiritual ADHD, where it's like, oh my God, something shiny. And immediately my mind's all over the place. But before I go on a whole other tangent talking about spiritual ADHD, which we can talk about another time because it's real. hmm but we're going to talk about it today because I really need to just get this out there. Archangel Michael is saying, you are not stuck. You are just struggling to walk away from the past. What I saw in the collective immediately today when I was kind of connecting with everyone's energy was you're standing in a doorway. You have one foot in the past, like inside the house, and you have one foot on the outside, and you're just standing there, straddling the threshold, not moving. You're stuck because you've got one foot in the past and one in the future. Because, like, inherently, logically, spiritually, you're growing, you're transforming, but you're really struggling to take that foot that's still stuck in the past and take that step to pass over the threshold and through the door, closing the door, not looking back, and just walking forward. And how can this look in your real life? Because I'm really good at metaphors and analogies, but what I really, really, really love to do is give you real life examples. Let's say you are like, I'm done with a situationship, or you're done with a friendship, and you blocked their phone number or you blocked them on social media, but you're still thinking about them, or you're still checking up, unblocking them, checking their social media, seeing what they're up to, watching their stories, or you're still kind of like testing the waters to see how they're going to react to your absence. You're still focused and waiting for some sort of validation or approval from them. See, when you're looking for specific closure from a situation, what you're actually doing is you're so desperate for some sort of approval from the person that probably rejected you or hurt you or betrayed you. You're looking for some sort of validation or approval for them from them. That's what you're doing. Because it's not about like trying to get clarity, and we use that as an excuse. Like, oh my gosh, I really just want clarity. I really just want to know why this didn't work out. Well, probably didn't work out because they're a turd and they were mean and you were tired of being walked all over, or they left you, or whatever. Everyone's situation is different. And so you're so desperate for them to just sort of like see your way or acknowledge that they were the ones that were wrong, or seeking some sort of approval that you're enough. Yeah, I know that freaking hurt, but somebody had to say it. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm here to give you the savage truth that Archangel Michael wants you to know, that you need to know. Because the more you try to prove to yourself that you're enough because of what other people say, do, or think, you will never rebuild that relationship with yourself. Because the only approval that truly matters outside of God and your angels is yours. That's it. One of my favorite expressions is, if they don't finance you, feed you, or fluff you, their opinion doesn't matter. And even if they do, if they're your partner or your husband or whatever, yours is still more important than theirs. Even if you still want to entertain their opinion or advice, etc. But you don't need closure. You don't need clarity from anyone. You need to pick and choose you. That's it. That's what you need to do. Because the longer you keep your foot in the past, the longer you stay stuck. Your future version of you isn't lost. It's right there. You know exactly where it is. You may not entirely be able to envision what that future looks like, but you know it's there. You know it exists. The future is inevitable. You can't avoid the future. It's coming at you whether you want it to or not. And you have no control over that. What you do have control over is what your future can look like by the choices and the decisions that you make right now in the present. But you can't change the past. We can't get in our little magic, time machines and go in the past and change what already happened. You have no control over that. But yet you're still allowing your past to have presence and power in your presence when it shouldn't. You keep romanticizing the struggle, the trauma, the heartbreak, as opposed to romanticizing your comeback. Your comeback. Your comeback can look like loving yourself more than you've ever loved yourself. Finding the love of your life. Going back to school. Hitting the gym. Why do you think so many people get that revenge body? It's their comeback, man. Romanticize the comeback. Stop romanticizing the struggle of where you came from. Because if you keep identifying with that version of yourself, you will always be that version of yourself. Regardless of the fact that the future's coming in, and it's coming in hot and it comes in fast, right? It's already, dude, the day that I'm filming this, it's September 29th. Yesterday was June 3rd. For real. Before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. And if you keep telling yourself tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes, and then you say, I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow will never come. You have to do it today. And you don't have to take the giant leap into the deep end. We've talked about this, and I'm going to talk about it again. If you need to walk down to the shallow end and ease your big toe in and slowly, slowly creep into that cold, scary, unknown water, especially if you can't see the bottom, that's okay. And you can bring your floaties if you want. Bring your floaties. Don't forget to wear sunblock. I am a firm believer in the people that are most successful are the people that plan. I'm not all about jumping off that deep end into the depths of that water without a plan. Plan. Planners know how to be successful because they become prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. Plan for your success. See, people wonder why they're so chaotic or all over the place or don't know what direction to go in. It's because they're not sitting with themselves and making a plan. You're going to have a much better workout when you go to the gym and you have a plan. When you cook dinner at night, if you don't have a plan and you just every single time walk up to your refrigerator and you're like, well, I guess we're having this for dinner, right? It's hard as opposed to Sunday night, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to meal plan. Even if you just meal plan for 2-3 days. Plan. And if you don't know how to plan, learn how to plan. You can go on social media. There's so much information that is available. I remember being a kid and I had to go to the library, Dewey Decimal System. We didn't have all that. I am dating myself. Use it. I'm a firm believer that our angels love to use technology to talk to us. I mean, your angels are using technology to talk to you right now via me on YouTube. They're sending you a message. You got this. Plan. A lot of times we don't know what our next steps are because we haven't slowed down to make a plan. And guess what? If your plan doesn't work out, that's okay. Just adjust. Remember, here's the goal. There's infinite pathways up into that goal. If one doesn't work, okay. Now, don't be silly and stick to the thing that's not working. Adjust. Find what works for you. Because what works for me might not work for you. But planning works for everyone. I think the biggest lesson that I want you guys to understand is this: you matter. You're enough. And you don't need to stay stuck in the past chasing after approval from people that don't even matter. At the end of the day, they don't. If you truly look at them and the life that they live or the choices that they make, do they really have an opinion that carries weight on whether or not you're worthy or not? Because let's be so for real. Most of the time, the reason why we get so offended when people reject us is because we discounted our worth to allow them into our life in the first place. And when the discounted version of us still wasn't good enough for those people, it kills our ego. But what you have to understand is this: you're talking about as someone that could not afford or hold space for the full value of you and got you at a discount. They're going to treat you like that discounted version because they don't know how or have the tools, the emotional intelligence, the work ethic, the discipline, the self respect to be able to afford someone at their full value. Certainly not someone at your full value. So, this is why we never discount ourselves. Because someone who can only afford Dollar Tree, and listen, I ain't knocking Dollar Tree, but I'm also not treating something that I bought from Dollar Tree the same as what I spent at Target. That's just me being so honest and transparent and for real with you. Because what do? We jokingly go into Dollar Tree and we're like, I'm a wealthy in here. I can walk in here. Well, I don't even think it's Dollar Tree anymore, right? I think it's like not everything's just $1 anymore. It's changed. But you remember back in the day where you felt like you were a millionaire because you could just go in there and buy with reckless abandonment. You don't value it. And so when you discount yourself to that Dollar Tree level, you're going to get Dollar Tree treatment. This is why when we're in dating or when we're building relationships with people, it is so important to get through all of your no's to find your yes. Yeah. You can't discount yourself when it comes to building relationships with friends, family, partners, lovers, etc. You cannot. Because you will sit back and be like, wow, I gave him a shot. I know my value. But if they know your value and they can honor your value, why didn't they pay the full price? Because they wanted you to discount yourself. Because if you discount yourself, then they can afford you. But they're never going to reach up and build to be able to afford you. They've already shown you that they're not going to, because if they were going to, they would do it from day one. That's not how people operate. We think because we're empathic and we want people to take a chance on us, just like we would give them the opportunity, that they would be like, oh my God, wow, thank you so much for lowering your standards for me. Now I'm going to treat you like amazing. They're not. Because otherwise, it would have done that from day one. And they're not. They're going to treat you like they got you at discount prices. Because what they're thinking is, I could get them to lower their standards. They don't see their worth. And now I don't have to ever treat them at their full value. That's how they think. That's in their head. They know exactly what they're doing. And I say this with love. Because I don't want you to ever discount yourself in the future ever again. So circling back, let's talk about it. Are you going to close the door? Are you going to take that foot out of the past and start walking forward and close that door and move forward? Because you deserve it. You deserve this next version of you. You've worked really hard to get where you're at. And you've come too far to stop now. You've come too far to keep allowing a low-level, energetic, parasitic losers in your life. Because what we do not change, we choose. And if you're continuing to choose to allow people to treat you at a discounted price, that's your choice. That's your responsibility. Because even if it's not your fault, because it's not your fault that they treat you poorly, it's still your responsibility to do something about it. It's still your responsibility to do something about it. Who else is going to do it? Where's the knight in shining armor? Oh, wait, this isn't a fairy tale. This is real life. Because I'll tell you something. If Archangel Michael is doing everything in his power to remove these people from your life, let him. You keep praying for protection. You keep praying to be safe. And then as soon as Archangel Michael comes in with his mighty sword and removes people from your life, you're like, but what? Oh my God. You prayed for this. You prayed for this. Don't act all crazy about it now. You want to be safe. Archangel Michael was going to remove the threat. You don't like it, but it's necessary. It's necessary. I love you so much. Happy Monday. I know this was a little bit heavier, but I don't hold back from you guys. And this is the message that Archangel Michael told me to tell you. Now, if you're healing from narcissistic abuse, I have an incredible, powerful activation and course that I created with Archangel Michael called Sacred and Savage. You can find that in the description box. If you want to work one-on-one with me, you can find that as well. I have all of my links in the description box. As always, I'm incredibly, eternally grateful for every single one of you beautiful souls that have been supporting and loving this channel. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for trusting me and believing in me. And if you could like and share and subscribe, I would be greatly appreciated. It does so much for these powerful movement that I'm trying to create of the Earth Angel Baddies, because y'all are ready. You're ready. And I believe in you. Archangel Michael believes in you. And I can't wait to see the incredible, powerful stuff that you create moving forward now that you are back in the driver's seat. I love you guys, and I will see you mañana, tomorrow.